Round two, we've got the choice again. We'll play first. And, yeah, well, it worked for us last time, I guess, but no white source. I guess because we have the 2-drop, we can probably keep it. If we get a white source, we can go Warden. If we don't get a white source, we're in a little bit of trouble. And I guess to tell the truth, we probably just need a land off the top. I'm going to try it anyway. It's a it's a debatable hand. Because even if I don't see any white sources, if I see a couple more green sources, I can at least hunt some weak. Well, that definitely helps. Got a nice turn progression now. Or a decent one at the very least. Ooh, Venom Sliver. Well, I don't think he's motivated to trade a bear for a sliver, so let's go ahead and crash in. A land off the top there was very nice. Doesn't block, kind of as expected. Let's get the Warden out there, and we'll pass. He probably trades for the Warden, I presume. Well, we're going to take that. Maybe invasive species. Okay. All right. Guess I should have expected that. I was wondering why he would attack, but that does make sense. Unfortunately, we're pretty trick heavy, but I don't have the tricks here, and 2 for winning myself is not super appealing. I guess we just drop a Griffin and pass. Couple dudes for our Sanctified charge next turn. That's pretty good. Alright, Sable, no big deal. And Venom Sliver, no big deal. It's an interesting choice. I'm going to double block that, as a matter of fact. I guess technically I could crack back for 10. He's going to kill my Warden. I do have 2 pillars. I think getting rid of the sliver is, or getting rid of the invasive species is still worth it. Even with the Sanctified charge. I think just getting that guy off the board is better for us. Swift Claw. Well, let's just crash in. I think we'll just go Swift Claw here. And we'll pass. Alright. Still in pretty good shape here. Ooh. Well, I think that's an easy play. He does have the Death Toucher. Let's play Siege Worm anyway. Let's make him play a Flesh to Dust. I think the Siege Worm being able to hunt the Charging Rhino is probably worthy enough. Alright, he did in fact have the Flesh to Dust, which is unfortunate, but that's alright. I think we're busting Sanctified Charge this turn, so that'll preserve our guys and help us get a little bit of damage in. And then we're actually just a land away from Hunt the Weak Titanic Growth, which is a good play, of course. Alright. I'm not going to block the Charging Rhino either. We're ahead on the race currently, so... yeah, we're still okay. Multiple Flesh to Dust, though. It's pretty impressive. I don't think it's worth blocking here, because we do technically have lethal with the Titanic Growth, especially on the Swift Claw. And if we get a land draw, we can still hunt and Titanic Growth, so let's save up for that. Or attempt to. Oh, Garrick. Okay, well, that's going to make things difficult. Yeah, unfortunately, the Death Touch is what does it. Wait, I do have lethal. Here's how. Titanic Growth for the win. This guy's got a good deck. Multiple Flesh to Dust. Garrick, of course. Fatty. Double Ephemeral Shield, already main deck, so those are going to be useful. Naturalize. He has a Sable, but it's probably not worth it. Wall of Mulch does block invasive species. That one I'm not opposed to. It doesn't block Charging Rhino, though. And it doesn't do... I think the problem is it doesn't do that much against Garrick either, so... I guess that's not correct. Maybe we just don't have a sideboard for this guy. Just keep it the way it is. Yeah. I mean, I guess we keep it. We have a 2-drop. We've got our bomb creature. It is a land-heavy hand, but I don't feel like mulliganing. Doesn't feel correct. Probably play the Pegasus first. I imagine he's got a lot of 2-drops. Oh, the old Child of Night. Well, guess I would prefer to trade a Swift Claw for that. Yeah, I think I'd rather trade a Swift Claw for the child. So we'll do that. Just get the life linker off the board. Okay. A little bit of self-mill, Necrobite, another assistant. So he's got to be doing some undergrowth scavenger, I imagine. Alright, let's draw, get a forest. Let's just drop a Pegasus here. I think I'm going to take 3 this time. My Pegasus is pretty valuable, since it helps us cheat out our Convoke guys and gains us a little life. Restock, that's a good piece of synergy with a self-mill deck. Yeah, I don't want to make the trade. I imagine he's building towards a nice big undergrowth scavenger. So, oh geez, he's got a lot of plays. That's troublesome. Oh, well that helps. Let's get in with the Pegasus and play the spider. So potential Avacyn next turn if we get a plains. Currently I have 5 of our 7 forests. Is he gonna Covenant or Willforged Golem? Or Living Totem maybe. Siege Worm, alright. Wrong on all counts, jeez. Alright. Currently nothing exiled of his. Could play the Warden for a triple block on the Siege Worm. It's a bit risky, but I'm not going to be able to hold down the fort very effectively against the Siege Worm. We do get blown out by Flesh to Dust, however. Let's take 1 beating from... Well, here's the thing. It would be minimum 2 beatings from the Siege Worm, since I don't have the second or the third white source for Avacyn. So taking 2 beatings from the Siege Worm takes us to 8. And then even if I resolve the Avacyn, it's still another turn before I can prevent all the damage. I think we go for the triple block. I'm not thrilled about it, but he does have a Flesh of Dust in the yard as well as a Necrobite. I mean, yeah. It's dangerous. Maybe we wait 1 turn. I'm going to wait 1 turn. I'm going to take a beating from Siege Worm for 1 turn. I could have left that back as just like a I'm gonna block, but alright. So I'd have to take 8. I do have double pillar. I'm going to take 8 this turn. No plays. Alright. Alright, well. It's pretty good, actually. Guess we'll stay back. Try out the old Sanctified charge. Alright. Unfortunately, he had the second one. I think it was pretty unwise of him to kill that one since we get to gain life, but that's alright. A little bit bummed about that, but hey, you've got Avacyn online now. That's good news. And it was right after he played a Flesh to Dust, so it's a little more reasonable. We're at least going to have the resources to protect ourselves from something. I'm a little bit surprised he didn't swing with the assistant. Okay. Well, we can prevent all damage from green creatures, so guess we've got that going for us. Unfortunately, the Garrick is going to be the end of us. Unfortunately, we didn't see our ephemeral shields, which would have helped us here. Not sure we've got a means to flip this one around, unfortunately. The Garrick was well played, well timed. Yeah, I'm not sure we can get out of this mess, unfortunately. Yeah, I got nothing better to do. Yep. Alright, let's see what we can do in game 3 here. Still, I guess, don't really have a sideboard. Let's just go again. We'll play first. Yeah, it's a good hand. Very happy with this one. I don't think have we seen ephemeral shields yet? Maybe we saw it one game, but I'm not sure we played it. Yeah, we did see it one game, we just didn't play it. That's right. This hand's pretty good, though. Good mix of spells and creatures. And now we've got Avacyn mana, so that's good news. As well as Triplicate Spirits online. All good things. Okay, well, we got the Midnight Guard for that, so it's all well and good. He does run Necrobite, so alright, well, he's not pretending like he's got it, that's for sure. Wouldn't mind a Raise the Alarm off the top, since then I could attack with my Midnight Guard, but then I guess he could double block. No, it would kill both his guys, so that would actually be good. Raise the Alarm. Razorfoot Griffin, also good. So close to Flesh to Dust mana, which probably indicates to me I open with the triplicate spirits, but I think the real issue is he doesn't have anything that he's motivated to Flesh to Dust beyond Avacyn, so maybe we just need to wait. I think we definitely need to wait. So let's just get the triplicate spirits out. That way we can still attack with our Midnight Guard and our Griffin. I'm trying to remember if he saw the triplicate spirits. Now I can't rightly recall. I'm going to leave the Griffin back, as a matter of fact. Keep that child at bay. Not that I guess the child's doing that much, but keeping the first strike up, I guess, just makes it so he can't lifelink. Because at this point, he might just be willing to trade a child for a... Alright. Well, that also would have killed Avacyn. The old Gather Courage. Well... I don't think I can wait any longer, even though we are ahead on the board. I'm just going to commit to it. At the very least, it keeps him a little busy. Alright, he did in fact have the Flesh to Dust, as expected, but that's alright. Let's see if we get a creature here. Oh, well. When you lose your bomb, what better thing to draw than a bomb? Really? That surprises me. I could save him. I don't think I'm going to. I'm just going to kill both his guys. I'd rather play the Siege Worm this turn, and I don't think I'd be able to do that if I just didn't let it die. So I think it's worth it. Getting a big old Siege Worm's pretty nice. I guess he's in Garrick territory, but yeah, it's pretty bad. I think the good news is we can kill Garrick, so got that going for us. Bad news is kind of saw it every game, which is never good, but it's that luck factor I was talking about. Pillar of Light, not the actual worst draw, since this guy's got a lot of fatties. And at least Garrick's taken care of, but he certainly did his job. Opponent gained a lot of life. Took care of one of our biggest threats. Well, never been so happy and satisfied to cast Pillar of Light. That might not be true. There might have been other times I was more satisfied, but satisfying nonetheless. Still have some cards to get through, unfortunately. Alright, that's going to be tough to beat. It's going to be pretty tough to beat. Guess we just go in full race mode at this point, because The real issue is I can't really leave dudes back, so I don't know. I'm just going to have to try and take care of Garrick. Unfortunately, the Gather Courage isn't enough damage. So this is going to be pretty tough. Trying to think of reasonable ways to actually swing this back in our favor. Maybe a triplicate Spirits right here. No, not quite a bear. Bear's not really... Fortunately, bear is not quite going to get us there. I'm trying to think. I think actually my best odds are just racing. If I focus on Garrick now, I don't know. I'm just in a really bad spot. I can't think of... See, the problem is if I attack Garrick, it's just he makes another beast. It's just he's going to have too much. I'm not going to be able to come back from that. Whereas if I attack him here and draw a Titanic Growth, it's still not lethal, but it's closer. I'm just going to go for him. I don't think there's any hope of me beating a Garrick at this point. I mean, how am I beating Death Touch Beasts? If you guys have a good answer for that, I'd love to hear it. How am I gonna successfully beat 2 Death Touch Beasts? I don't know how I'd do it. So I think here's what I do. I am attacking him. I've got Sanctified Charge in my deck. I've got Titanic Growth. We're just going to really hope that we can draw hot and win this with some pump spells. At this point, I really do believe that's my best shot. That's my best out of winning this is to successfully draw a Sanctified Charge here and win. At this point, even if he destroys my Runeclaw Bear. Oh, and another Covenant of Blood, too. Okay. Well, I guess we're not meant to win this one, boys. Sorry. Oh, wait, that's right. He restocked that. Yeah, the restock was the real nail in the coffin. Actually, the Flesh to Dust into the Garrick was the real nail in the coffin. I forgot about the Covenant. I was so focused on the Garrick. So I could block and 2-for-1 myself to get rid of a beast. Nah, doesn't really seem worth it. Maybe I'm playing this wrong. I have no idea. I don't know exactly the correct way to beat Garrick. I think I'm still going to stick to the Sanctified Charge plan. It's a pretty good emblem. Take 5. Note, we do actually win from a Sanctified charge. So he could eat one of our tokens, and actually we still would, even if he ate a token, we'd still win from Sanctified charge. And actually we win from Titanic growth, so the attack him plan could actually legitimately pan out here, believe it or not. We have legitimate outs to win this. Yeah, we still have outs to win this. And still have outs to win this. Is that enough? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, yeah. As a matter of fact, it is. That was a pretty incredible win. Very satisfied. Drew, I even had more outs than I realized because I only named 2 of my outs and then I drew a 3rd out. So it turned out the attack him plan worked well for us this time around. So I'm glad that I stuck with that despite fighting through a Covenant of Blood and some nasty little Garrick triggers. Wow, impressive.